Today we're going to be looking at a Mad Catz product. Instead of the famous r.a.t, we're going to be looking at the B.A.T. On the front of the box, you can see it say Mad Catz. You can see the actual mouse or what it should look like, which looks quite interesting, quite different than normal. Tells you about the 16,000 DPI, as well as the 2 millisecond switch and interchangeable accessories. And it's a high performance ambidextrous gaming mouse. On the back of the box, it tells you about the specifications. You can see 2 images of the mouse with the parts taken away from it, so you can see how you can interchange them. It tells you about the Dakota switch, which is durable, up to 60 million clicks, 2 millisecond response time. It's ergonomic and truly ambidextrous. You've got chameleon RGB lighting on there as well. And as we said, it's got a native 16,000 DPI for precision control. Okay, inside the box, you've got the mouse, obviously. You've also got some paperwork about the warranty and a quick start guide. I would have preferred a QR code, to be honest. Save the environment, save paperwork, and even save shipping and money. You've got some stickers as well. You've got a piece you can actually swap out on here on the actual mouse if you're wanting to. So it's slightly higher backed, but we'll have a closer look at that in a few seconds. And you've got 2 wings as well. Right, let's have a look at the mouse. First of all, you've got a braided cable, 1.8 meters long, so that's long enough for most people, shouldn't be an issue. It is quite a big mouse. Just to give you a rough idea, next to this Cherry wireless mouse here, the sort of size it is, as you can see, it dwarfs it. It's at least probably 50% longer than most traditional mice. So you've got your traditional buttons, your left, your right. You've got a wheel as well, which is a button. You've got your DPI button on the top as well, so you can adjust DPI. You've got a backwards and forwards, or traditionally used for backwards and forwards, on the side here. And you've also, on the other side, got another 2 buttons as well. One thing I do miss off of this one, which they do have on a lot of the r.a.t s, is a precision button about there. I usually like that one because it slows down your cursor, ideal when you're aiming and stuff like that. That is missing on this mouse. But saying that, it's got quite a few different buttons and stuff. We'll have a look at how it disassembles in a few seconds, but let's have a look at the bottom first. On the bottom of the mouse, there's not a huge amount to see in all reality. You can just about see some of the RGB lighting across there. You do have 3 grips or sliders, should I say, on there, which allows it to glide on the actual table. And then you've got your sensor, which is a PixArt 3389, which is 16,000 DPI. Okay, let's disassemble the mouse, or assemble it, depending on which way you want to look at it. To take it to pieces, it's pretty easy. It's all magnetic, so all you do is basically just pull up here. This back piece pulls off, and then if you want to remove these pieces on the side, they just pull off as well. So that's the deconstructed mouse. Now you have the option of putting the second back on, which is basically just a little bit higher at the back, so you've got more of a grip effect if you're wanting it that way, or it just depends on how you want your actual hand and so forth. So it should fit either way. Now you can, on the sides, also change the sides from this sort of shape. All you do is get the wing, and it basically just snaps on as well. Again, it's all magnetic. Same with the other side. If I get it right, there we go. And then you can put the top back on, and there you go. So you've got a slightly different looking mouse there straight away, and you can swap and change it. So if you didn't like these wings on either side, you could just have one on one side and not the other. Totally up to you. But I do like the way it looks, and I can see why they call it a B.A.T. Even in the marketing, let's put it this way, on their website, it actually says that it actually looks a bit like a Batmobile in its design. So, which I totally agree there. It does have a really cool, nice look to it, and I don't know, I may have a new favourite over the r.a.t.s. Okay, this clip is totally unedited for the sound, so you can hear exactly what the mouse sounds like. If you're not sure, that is our microphone. It's exactly 20 centimeters away from the mouse. This is the left mouse button. This is the right. The wheel. The DPI. The back button. The forward button. The back button on the right hand side, and the forward button on the right hand side. Okay, let's have a look at the software. The software is very similar to most of the r.a.t software, if you've come across that before. If not, it's very basic. You can see here, you can click on each of the keys or the buttons that allows you to do different things, which is very simple. Or you could click on the bit what's pointing to them with like a diamond or a square, depending on how you want to look at it. And what you do is just drag what you want to happen to that button. So if you're wanting, let's just say, play and pause to be the button on the left, you can have it as that. And if you wanted save as the button on the right, you can do that. Volume up and down on another one. It lets you do that and apply and so forth. It's pretty straightforward. You've got options for keys as well, so you can have F keys, letters, whatever you want, even the Windows buttons. You've got favorites, and you've got custom, so you can create your own macro on there as well, which is pretty good. Under settings, you can change the mouse responsiveness, so the DPI. You've got DPI level 1, which is normally set at 50. You can adjust DPI level 1 to speed, let's just say 2,800, then DPI option 2 to be 5,000, 3 to be 10,000, and 4 to be 16,000, or whatever you want it to be. Then you just press apply again. Chameleon, that's just where you choose what colouring you want. So it's basically only one area sort of what lights up, and you can sort of see it at a slightly different angle as well. But you've got breathing, you've got on, off, and rainbow effect there. So again, you can choose the speed, the brightness, you can choose what colours you want, all the way down to full RGB selection. So that's pretty good. And then on the support button, it gives you a link to download the drivers and software, which obviously you've already been there if you've got the software on already. And you've got contact us and a Facebook page as well. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. So in conclusion, I think we've got a pretty good mouse. It's unique, looks different. You can change it to how you want. It's high performance, and it even looks a bit like a Batmobile. So what else can you say, really, other than give it a really big thumbs up and highly recommend it? I hope you enjoyed that review. I know I did. If you would like to see more Mad Catz products, then click this box right up here and you'll be able to see all the latest Mad Catz products we've reviewed. Otherwise, if you click this box down here, you'll be able to see keyboards and mice we reviewed in the past. Otherwise, make sure you give us a thumbs up, click the bell, comment below. You know the drill. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.